work. We ain't getting nowhere, but I'm just hoping that it's working. Trying to change myself, I'm just hoping that it's working. And she was right there with a young nigga doing dirt. I know she got her flaws on this.
Everything. By the way, yo, chat, that's where I'm at in my life. I've just gotten to this point. I don't know why it took this long. I just got to this point in my life, right? I used to get in a relationship with these women, especially, obviously this is after fame, because when you don't have fame and shit like that, like, don't work. I keep telling y'all about that high value man bullshit. Like, nigga, you better hope and pray you become one, because them tactics don't work. Nowadays, when I meet chicks, I literally tell them, like, yo, listen, I can't even promise you that I ain't gonna fuck some bitches on the side. I tell them straight up, nigga, I used to lie like a motherfucker. Nigga, I was the biggest liar. But now I just tell the truth. I'm just like, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like, you might be my main girl, but like, I can't even lie to you that I ain't gonna fuck some hoes on the side. Now, I'm not gonna say I'm trying to do it, but I might accidentally slip up and end up in some pussy. I'm sorry. But at least now you know going into this that if you catch me doing some shit, it's not like I lied to your whole existence, like, oh, I told you I was going to be a fucking angel. And I think the whole thing with Britanny Renner and PJ was that I think Brittany thought that's what it was going to be. By the way, a little bit delusional. You're not going to be with an NBA player. Like, I think everybody should kind of know that, but like, I think as us as men, we got to be more communicative. You got to just tell these chicks, like, bro, I'm probably going to fuck some bitches on the side. Not often. If you want to know about it and you want me to tell you the truth, I'll tell you. But might happen behind your back, discreet. I'm going to keep it clean. Just is what it is. Somebody said, oh, you don't need to say nothing. That's how I know you don't got no game. Rummus. Listen, not saying nothing and just lying and having a woman think that y'all are in a monogamous relationship where you're not going to cheat leads to them having resentment when they catch you. Leads to them, and again, I'm talking about people who have some value and got shit. How do you think all my apartments got fucked up? Because a woman feels like she is being lied to. So I am in the belief that if you're going to do some shit like that, you should be honest. I think a lot of us men, we're getting into relationships lying to women to say we'll never be with other women. Granted, the same dudes who say that be secretly having a side chick on the side. Do you get what I mean? I think some of y'all get it, some of y'all won't. The point of what I'm trying to say is that, like, I remember talking to Britanny Renner about her relationship with, and she I don't know if you watched the episode with me, her, and Fresh and Fit. She basically admitted and accepted that most men are going to step out or be unfaithful, especially at the level of guy that she wants. She's not going to date a bum. She's going to date somebody lit, right? That's not what she was ever in denial about. For her, she felt like the relationship and the terms and conditions of that relationship with the nigga she got with, which was PJ, came with the understanding that despite that's what most niggas do, he wouldn't do that. You get what I mean? So now, of course, when he does that, she becomes vindictive. Now when she has a baby, now she's going to use and exploit that because now you're permanently trapped with that. You're permanently trapped with her. She's going to be vindictive rather than her, like, I'm not saying necessarily be understanding, but at least she knew what she was walking into. She thought she was walking into a one-on-one monogamous situation where there would be, you know, pretty much no cheating or no bitches on the side, and that nigga was slanging dick throughout the whole Charlotte. You get what I mean? So all I'm saying is that I completely believe these days, especially as your value rises, like, I tell women that. I was scared to tell women that back in the day because I didn't want them to leave. Now I tell them and I'm looking at them, I'm like, the door is right there too. Like, somebody trying to come in too. Like, if you dip somebody coming in, it worked. I've tried it recently. It seems to be working. Keep me in your prayers. Somebody said I'm 30. Yeah, I'm glad y'all pointed out I'm 30. Nigga, I got more experience in relationships than y'all niggas. Nigga, I've lived with 3 to 4 chicks. I know what it. Yo, let me tell you this. I told my brother this shit recently. And this is my advice to all men. Let me tell you this. See, most of my audience, y'all probably are kids who either live with your parents or maybe you just got into the work field. I don't technically classify, or I don't even count relationships that I didn't live with the person yet. Let me make this very clear to y'all. It's easy to have a chick when y'all don't live at the same place. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, you know how many times, like, back in college, I was dating a girl who lived out of state. Bro, that's not no relationship, nigga. Y'all just doing some shit. Because you basically could do what you want. It's much more difficult when, quote unquote, your partner you live with. So really, I've only ever thought about anything I call a relationship in my life now. If you're not, if unless y'all move in together, bro, y'all just fucking. So what I mean by that is the niggas who have never even lived with a significant other, they think that they're understanding. My brother just started living with his girl. And he always used to try to give me advice. And I'm saying to him, I'm like, yo, you don't understand, because at the end of the day, your girl has to call you to say when she could come over. You see her when you want to see her. A relationship is completely different than whenever you wake up, that bitch is right there, to your left or to your right. You see her when you don't want to see her, and when you don't want her there, she's still there. Very different dynamic to that relationship. Very different situation. So when I'm talking about relationships and y'all say, well, you're 30, well, most of y'all, until y'all get to be around 25, you're probably still living with your parents or just start living by yourself. You ain't never really been in a real relationship. And a real relationship to me is living with your partner. Now, for the people who have never lived with a girl who got all the freedom in the world, that's the point I'm trying to say. When you never live with your girl, bro, you can do anything in the world. Anything in the world, bro. My brother he just moved in with his girl. Bro, his girl didn't, first of all, they were dating for a couple years. She ain't even had a key to his place. She couldn't pop up unannounced. She like, bruh, oh, I'm going to see you this day. I won't see you this day. They're living two separate lives. I call that just high level fucking. It was when I started living with a woman, when you got to start, because a real relationship to me is, okay, y'all got to delineate many different things. Okay, so how will bills be taken care of? How will rent, if y'all renting, how's the lease gonna go? Now, suppose y'all break up. Who's gonna stay there and who's gonna leave? Who's paying what? Like, who got to move? There's a lot of things that's what a real relationship is. Nigga, if your girl lives at her mom's house and you live at your mom's house and y'all just be calling each other on FaceTime, that's not no relationship, nigga. That's a friend. It's a friend. That's what I'm saying. So the rules, when y'all say, oh, you're 30, I'm like, well, you're right. The rules that y'all have to deal with when y'all both live in your mama's house and y'all claim y'all in a relationship is night and day from when you're now living with a woman. Y'all either both working, y'all got bills together, y'all have to cohabitate. Completely different. So anyway, I say all that to say, I hope PJ Washington is not making the same mistakes that, at least coming from the Britanny Renner interview, it felt like he probably made as a man. And by the way, I only learned this as I grow older, because in high school, as a nigga, it's very easy and convenient to lie. You get what I mean? But at this point where you're a full-time basketball player, this chick, I guarantee she stays with him. It's a different level to the relationship. I know somebody said, yo, well, a real nigga won't even tell her. Like, you're just going to fuck bitches on the side and she's just never going to find out. Yeah, she's never going to find out when she don't live with you, nigga. Like, bitch's whole full-time job is to figure out if you fucking other hoes. Trust me. That's like a full-time job for them. So the point I was just trying to say, the more you get up in status to avoid those headaches, rather than lying and concealing, you try to be upfront and jump the gun on these situations, that you don't have people that's going to be vindictive down the line, because Britanny Renner could have been that. And I thought that she was going to be that and was that, to be honest. But then she came out and she said she's only getting $2,500 a month in child support, right? That's number one. And also, this was very surprising. She posted up a ring. So this is the new girl who posted up a ring. And usually women are bitter as shit. Britanny Renner is actually in the comments saying congrats. Again, I'm not talking to the kids here because y'all wouldn't understand. Like, I'll give you an example. The girl who I was with right before I got popular, I always have a genuine, love and care for her, because I'm going to keep it real with you. Of any woman I've ever been with, she could have been the saltiest. She could have been the chick like, yo, and we've seen it before. Look at Kevin Hart. When Kevin Hart really got big, his first wife, she felt super salty because she felt she got kicked out the bus. That's how it is. We saw later that woman try to sue Kevin Hart. She tried to say all type of rumors about Kevin Hart. Like, it went nasty. Shit, I think even some shit like that happened to D. Wade as well, too. Women could get really nasty and bitter and vindictive. Do you get what I mean? So I'm giving credit to Britanny, who maybe she does feel away. And I ain't gonna lie, she probably does. Like, yo, the nigga who you gave your first kid to, that nigga got rid of you, or you left, whatever the case is, and he got a new chick, and probably everything you wanted the new chick finna get. Ring, houses, cars, all that shit. And Britanny's there not being bitter. I commend that, okay? Even if it's just a front in the public, I commend it. All right. Yeah. See? Yo, somebody says the ring is elegant, but then her hand tat is childish. Yeah, that shit look like some henna. You know them little henna drawings they be doing? Like, you go to like a school fair, and they be like, you want a henna tattoo? Be like, yeah, let's do it. This look like one of those. That don't even look like a real tattoo. Is that a real tattoo? Or some henna bullshit? All right, cool. Yeah, so anyway, congrats to these people. Hopefully they live their lives. Oh, in another news. Let me see. Tekashi 6ix9ine and his girl beefing, bro. Beefing. I haven't talked to him since. These days, I don't talk to 6ix9ine as much. When 6ix9ine was very into music, he used to call me pretty much most days. These days, I don't talk to him as much. That's not an indicator of our friendship. I think males have friendships differently.
So we gon' have to make it work. We ain't getting nowhere, but I'm just hoping that it's working. Trying to change myself, I'm just hoping that it's working. And she was right there with a young nigga doing dirt. I know she got her flaws on this.